And welcome everybody. We are back with yet another masterclass from our friend Tin Matkovic. And Tin, as you saw in the comments earlier, was a little bit stuck in traffic, so we're starting a couple of minutes late. But he made it to the office, and we are ready to start talking about an interesting topic. And I think a topic that a lot of you coaches have to deal with on a daily basis is. Yeah, how do you train? How do you coach? How do you deal with a team where not everybody is a top level player? Not everybody is of the same level even. Um, so that brings on some extra challenges, of course. But before we get going with the presentation by Tin here, is yeah, let me remind you as usual. Bring your questions, bring your thoughts, bring your remarks in the comments here. Let's make this interactive. Asking questions is the best way to learn. So make sure that you bring your questions during the talk from Tin. We will probably deal with all of them at the Q&A at the end. But the moment you think of a question, just type it in the comments and don't forget and don't be shy. Tin, let's talk about yeah, how to deal with mixed teams.
Thanks, Ernest. Like always, always a pleasure for me to be the one delivering the topic. What I really like about this is that I would also like to learn as it goes. So, as I'm presenting, I would like to learn from you guys. And this is, of course, only my vision and my ideas how I've been working right now with my team and with my new team also due to every let's say like this, every new opportunity and new job is a new opportunity for you to do something different and to adapt and to take the positives from your old adventure and the negatives all and try to introduce the new way of work or a little bit of a change of the old way of work. So how to coach a mixed team. um, as I said, I would really like to make it this also interactive as possible. So, Ernest, if you have any questions, feel free to jump in and feel free to comment. It's a really broad topic and it's a really big one. And I try to cut everything short, let's say from a 5 hour discussion into 1 hour discussion, where we're gonna now slowly, or I'm going to slowly try to get you on point with the stuff that we are now trying here at my new club and the way that we are trying to manage the situation with I think saying a mixed team for me would be basically that we're working with an unprofessional team. So that means that these people are using, I would say, 90% of their free time to play hockey and to arrange all of their lives, depending that it is a hockey, I think, second priority, I would say. Yeah, as we said to that, let's jump into the actual topic. So I think the first topic that I would like to talk about is balancing availabilities, emotions, and team performance. And to get a little bit of a vision about how I see this is this three management ways. I try to always do it visually. So these three pillars of success. There's maybe more of them, I'm sure, but at the moment, I think 90% of the hockey coaches are also focused that they need to work several jobs. So they are managers, they are scouts, managers, actual trainers, then coaches, and also management their own teams. I'm lucky enough to have really good support in Stuttgart here, so we did manage to get some really cool people on board. And for me, that means that the whole way of seeing things is now much more easier because you have people that are coaching Hofklasse, international hockey, top levels, getting the feedback and feedbacking you on your work, getting some new ideas in, saying their point of views and their vision. So let's start. So we have creativity, structure, and connection. I would first want to start that the biggest one is the actual connection. So in the mixed teams, we have, as I said here, mix everything. So I'm trying to align the athletes and I'm trying to find and to create a plan, or we are trying to create a plan based on these factors that we have here. So there's probably a million more of them. And I think we are also need to be aware here that at the moment right now, this club is playing second Bundesliga field season and first Bundesliga indoor season. And yeah, this is the main focus of. So availability, ambition, experience, learning speed, and role understanding. How we now tried, or how I tried to make this work, is to create for individual players and for the club structure some kind of like this, I would say this, yeah, this structural net where we want to be ourselves and we want to make sure that the club goes into a right direction. So this graph can be also done by the club. So what is the club's expectation? What do we want to have more experienced players online, more technical players, game understanding, or we want the players to just be available, which is also a big, massive factor in this thing due to the athletes are not professionals. So availability is a big part of our job. The last thing that before we go into an explanation of everything, I would just like to say that the X factor for me in this moment is keeping the people in the team for a longer period of time. This is much more better right now and much more important for us due to our situation in Germany, that we're located in not such a professional student town and a quite smaller town, I would say. So we're facing constant changes in the team. That means that we have a lot of circulation of people going and leaving. And I think the big thing is that consistency for the next 5 years in this club will determine the success rate of the level that we're going to play. The core challenge in the structure, not everyone gives the same, not everyone wants the same. So yeah, this sentence says everything. I needed a personal guideline and a personal help for this due to I am extremely analytic person. So I like to watch hockey and I like to watch video for hours. I like to have tactical plans. I like to work with the teams that are obviously leading to be like top 5 in Germany. But the bigger picture of that, I always find myself that I had a little bit of a problem connecting to people. And as the slide before was already like clearly saying, that mixed team is mix of everything. So not every ambition is the same for the people that played. Yeah, so you have different players, different ambition. So just to be a little bit to the point from this, the like there is a level of understanding that I had struggling with, and that was personal basis, how to touch players on a personal basis, how to build the structure on personal basis, communicating with the people, how to integrate the younger players coming inside of the team, making sure that they are always feeling comfortable and they're always in learning pattern without crushing their confidence or without yeah, making the group maybe sound too ambition or too less ambition. Yeah, and this is where I think that the create a structure before you create intensity is the most important one. And why I put this classes on is there is a program that is called Management Drives that is in the last 4 months really big here due to my assistant coach and a person that I'm closely now working to is also I think it's called like a personal coach that is working with high structured companies, and we made a decision together that we're gonna try also implementing that with the team. Yeah, that's I think a big picture what we want to talk about today. And yeah, you can read some of the stuff. So insecurity in the lower level play, instability, commitment, and unclear expectations. So this is where I think that this management drive structure and how we restructured only the first team at the beginning, due to if it shows a success in the upcoming years, then we might do it for the entire club. This is also a program that costs money. So it's really important for us to use it properly and for me to get more knowledge into by doing to be ready to also implement it with the younger sections. So basically, management drives is is 6 colors. These colors are not your color as a person. It's like the colors of your like drives, what drives you, and the colors that make my life at the moment right easier, because it's a guideline for me how to communicate with my team. So just to put it super short, if Ernest is orientated as like blue orientated person, so colored blue orientated person, that means that with Ernest I would connect the best if I just send him an Excel sheet where it says exactly in which time sets he doing what and in which days is we doing what. Which, for example, for Green, it's all about being in a harmony. So for him, it's not that much important in when, is how it's been done. Yeah. So if we take a look right now, and I can read it, of course, so everybody has a little bit of a picture about it. So yellow orientated persons are always discussing the new ways of doing it and brainstorming, talking about vision, being creative, disguising impact, and innovative. Green, discussing communication, how to communicate, listen, ask questions, how to involve, taking feelings into accounts. Orange driven person, discussing goals and results, possibilities and opportunities, how things can be done better, client orientation and profiting, exhibition. Blue, discussing how to implement discussion takes, responsibilities and role, responsibilities and concern plans, setting deadlines, clarity in arrangements. Red, making choices, what not. Discussing risk, urgency, making clear to the point, acting, providing feedback, clarity on the position. Purple, discussing the emergency of the issue, trust and vulnerability, mission, what our unit is, transition, keep it, let it go, keep culture in mind. What other thing? So this is just like one of the example how the actual process looks and what you get after you fill in these tasks. This is how it's going to look. So it goes on logic, reaction, rejections, energy balance, and mindset. So mindset is pretty easy. So mindset is like getting all of your colors into an aspect of how you are, in the end, how your profile is set it. One important thing, the colors are everybody's drives. So this is what drives you, what your ambition is, not what you are. So you're not a blue person or a red person. This is your drive inside of you. This guy. Ernest, I think it's quite nice that we now ask if there's any questions about it before we go into a little bit more detail about this.
Yeah, good one, good one. We have first a comment here from Paula. Let me bring that in a readable size to our screen here. There we go. It's a little bit long still. There we go. So yeah, Paula says here from Sweden, founder and coach of an active player, and they even have new to hockey players as well as super experienced players. So definitely a challenge to deal with. And we have a question here from Radu. So what is the optimal structure of training sessions for teams in which members have different levels, so that each person can achieve additional development?
So as I said here, for the first question, probably I don't think it's actually a question. It's about more explaining about
Yes.
their So I totally understand how it is. I'm also originally coming from a small hockey country. So I would just say that learning is much more easier than it was 15 years ago. You can, for example, go on the hockey site and there's like a lot of content and a lot of knowledge that you can find there, and then it's just you need to know what you were looking for, because it's a massive and broad topic about how would you create a club. So there's like a million ways of doing it, and there's no wrong or right. There's something that is possible for you and not possible for you. That's the same goes for ambition. So like I said here in the first clip, so it's all about ambition. I think that maybe you should then also try to use this paragraph of trying to put all of your members to create this kind of a like a web of I think it's